This is a couple of clips from the end of a commercial lobster dive. Trying to eke out a couple of minutes left. I've got about 5 minutes left of time on my computer and about 650 or 700 pounds of air left in an 85 cubic foot tank. I always have a pony bottle with me to get me up if I have to, but I try not to use that. So I'm just trying to breathe really kind of slow and trying to be as mellow as I can. Last bit of air, trying to make it last. Eke out the last 5 minutes or so, if I can. I already got a decent bag of lobsters. You can see the float line is just laying on the bottom. There's no current that day. It's pretty unusual to have it so calm and so clear and no current. Probably over 100-foot visibility in about 100 feet of water. So I speed the video up. It's kind of boring when I'm scooting along. I got one more lobster. And of course he's trying to be difficult. Now I got about 250 psi and the depth's 99 feet. And the time left for no decompression is about 0, so it's definitely time to go. Maybe a little tighter than I usually do. Definitely tighter than I usually am. So I just put some air into BC and try to totally relax, not move, not use any air. Save as much air as I can, especially when I'm kind of deep. You breathe the air a lot faster when you're deeper. So I'm coming up pretty fast. I'm coming up into those little bubbles, which means that I'm coming up about as fast as I should for the deep water. So that computer shows I was down about 105 feet max in like 33 minutes time total. I like to really kind of pause between 50 and 40 feet and just kind of come up pretty slow somewhere in those depth range. Just take my time through there as much as I can. So that top number is the depth. I'm at about 35 feet or 36 feet. So I took a good bit of time coming up from 50 to about 30 feet. I'm towing a float line that has about 100 yards of line on it, and there's a big float on the end, a big inflatable float. So the boat should be following that and know where I'm at least within 100 yards of where I should be 100 yards from the float or so, or less. I'm getting pretty darn low now. The gauge is getting down towards zero. I stopped it for a little bit, and then I heard a boat, and I look up, and a boat goes right over my head. Pretty close, within about 6 or 8 feet, maybe. The video makes things look further away than they are because it's wide angle. It's a good reason to have a little air saved for your decompression or first stop. You know, you don't. It's better to not have to come up, especially when you hear a boat going by. Again, I could use my pony bottle, but I still like relying on it. My gauge is pretty much on the. It'll give me a little bit of air when it reads about zero, but not much. I can hear my boat, another boat. I kind of want to come right up, but I'm a little nervous. So one of the things I can do, I don't know, I do it if I have enough air and time often, is put a little float on my scooter and send that up. It's going to come up, like I said, maybe 100 yards from the main float that I'm towing. And then that's where the captain knows really should know exactly where I'm at. I got this little float from Mako. It's really for float up a fish. It's a small surface marker buoy. It has about 8 pounds of lift. It's real easy to use. Kind of heavy duty. I like it. And it's enough to float the scooter and line fish. Real easy to handle. So once that floats above my head, it gives me a little more confidence, hopefully, that the boat knows where I'm at and I won't get run over by a boat. Yeah! 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 And I can see my boat pretty easily. It's not too far away, but it's pretty early in the morning. I guess the sun was low and I was right in the sun, I guess. Sometimes it takes a while for the driver to see you. I try to yell, and splashing helps, but it also might bring in the shark or something, so I don't like to splash unnecessarily.
Yeah! Yeah!
I figured I better wave it around and splash a little bit, since he's not doesn't seem to be coming yet. Wait. Okay. Here's your damn. You got the hook caught. You went right over my head at high speed.
You know why?
Why? Some other boat?
Yeah.
Well, you went right over my head.
Was that me?
I had like 25 psi, and you're going twin engines.
Was that me or was that him?
It was you. I watched you go right over my head.
You know why I did that? Because that fucking guy.
You were protecting me, huh?
Didn't you hear the other boat?
Yeah, I heard another boat.
Well, he was going right for the ball, dude.
Was he?
I had to get over there and
Oh.
get him off the ship. He went right over the ball. And I had the flag up.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was on a flying bridge, so he was a fucking mile away.
Man, it's pretty down there.
If it wasn't for him, I would have never done it.
I didn't find a whole lot anywhere, but here and there was some decent ones. It was beautiful bottom.
Sorry?
Yeah. You can probably pick up where I left off.